Adventures of Ozzie&Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family. Here's Ozzie. Here's Harriet. Here's David. And here's Ricky. Here they are, America's favorite family, the Nelsons.
Hi, Pop.
Hi, Pop.
Oh, hi, fellas.
We got something for you.
Oh, that's very nice. What is it?
Yes.
Well, you'll have to give me a little hint of some sort.
Oh, it's something for one of your hobbies.
Now, wait a second. You guys didn't buy me a new golf bag or a new set of golf clubs?
No.
One of my hobbies. I'll bet I know. You bought me a 30-foot boat to go with my new fishing hat.
I'm afraid not, Pop.
Well, am I warm?
Yeah, I think you may have a little fever. We might as well tell him. I think we spoil his whole day as it is.
Okay.
Oh, no, please, fellas. I can't accept money.
No, it's better than that. Here it is.
Well, what's this?
It's a stamp.
Oh. Well, what am I supposed to do with it?
Well, it's for your collection.
Oh, gee. Thanks, fellas.
Where is your collection, Pop?
Oh, it's right in the closet there, in the top shelf.
I'll see if I can find it.
Oh, thanks a lot.
How long since you looked at your collection, Pop?
Oh, gee, I don't know. It's been quite a while. What kind of stamp is this?
A French stamp.
French stamp?
Come on now, Pop. It's just a postage stamp.
Yeah, I know. I just want to see if it has any interesting watermarks.
Nice stamp, huh?
Yeah, it's very nice. The French come up with some beautiful stamps.
I found the album.
Oh, fine. What are you looking for?
A place to put the stamp.
Oh, I don't think you'll find a place for it. I haven't bought the latest pages for that album.
Well, you're not kidding. Last year you got here is 1949.
Oh, we'll just throw it in there any place.
Seems to me that's the same year we stopped collecting stamps, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was at that, Dave.
Why'd you give it up, Pop?
Well, I didn't give it up exactly. It's just that when you guys gave it up, it wasn't fun anymore.
Oh, that's too bad. It's a pretty interesting hobby.
Well, yeah, it's very interesting. That is, it was when we all used to do it together.
Well, you know how it is, Pop. There comes a point in every boy's life when he stops collecting stamps and starts collecting phone numbers.
Man just can't compete.
Don't be so depressed, Pop. You got a long, interesting life ahead of you.
Oh, yeah, I realize that.
Well, you know what they say in those magazine articles? The kids have grown up. Now's the time to do all those things you always wanted to do and never had the time for.
Yeah, there must be a lot of things you want to do.
Oh, well, sure.
Like what?
Oh, lots of things.
Well, we'll see you later, Pop.
Yeah, so long, Pop.
So long, fellas.
Hi.
Oh, hi. I thought you were going to call me when the meeting was over.
Well, I didn't have to. Paula gave me a lift home. This is Paula Wilson.
How do you do? It's very nice to know you.
Nice
Hope
to
we
know
didn't
you.
interrupt you.
Oh, no, I didn't have anything to do, so I thought I'd finish this model plane.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Thank you.
When'd you start it?
In 1942. The boys and I started it together, and we never got around to finishing it.
Well, take off your jacket, Paula. I'll make some coffee.
Oh, no, thanks, honey. I really should get home. We'll see you tonight anyway.
Oh, where's this?
I'll tell you later.
Well, goodbye. It's very nice to have met you.
Oh, thank you very much. Nice to meet you.
Well, I'll see you about, 7:30, all right?
Be just fine.
Bye.
Bye. See you later.
She's very nice, isn't she?
Yes, she is. They just moved into town.
What was this, about 7:30 tonight?
Oh, they've invited us over for dinner.
Oh, do we have to go?
Well, she invited us and I accepted. Why, do you have other plans?
Well, it just doesn't sound like much fun to have dinner with people we don't even know.
Well, the Randolphs are going to be there.
Does Joe know about this?
I imagine he does. Oh, you'll probably have a wonderful time.
Well, maybe so. I wouldn't count on it.
Hello.
Hi, Joe.
Oh, hi, Oz. What can I do for you?
Well, I just thought I'd check and see if you'd heard about a dinner date we're supposed to have with some new people tonight.
Oh, yeah, Clara mentioned something about it. Boy, this has been a rough day all around.
Oh, well, how come?
Well, I spilled a little cocoa on the carpet last night, and now Clara wants to use it as an excuse to have all the carpets cleaned.
Oh. Well, are you going to have it done?
Are you kidding? As far as I'm concerned, they don't have to be cleaned for at least another year. One little spot of cocoa. I put a lamp over it, and you can't even see it.
Oh. Well, how about tonight? I sure don't want to go over there, do you?
No, and I'm not going.
You're not? Well, have you told this to Clara?
No, but I'm going to. She's got a lot of nerve accepting an invitation without asking me first. If she's so anxious to go over there, she can go by herself. I'm not going to waste a perfectly good evening on some people I don't even know. Of course, on the other hand, it might be interesting meeting some new people for a change. Oh, hello, dear. We'll pick you up about 7 o'clock, Oz.
Joe?
How about it, fellas? Anybody want some more pie?
Well, yes, if you don't mind, I'll have some.
No, you don't. You're too fat.
Well, looks like I've been overruled.
A wonderful dinner.
Well, thanks, Ozzie.
It certainly is. I can see where we're going to have to exchange recipes.
Well, thanks, Harriet. Any time at all.
Yeah, I must admit that Paul's a pretty good cook.
Do you do any cooking, Ed?
Oh, once in a while.
Oh, Ed's a wonderful cook. He does the most marvelous things with fish.
Oh, do you like fishing, Ed?
Yes, I do, Joe. I really enjoy it.
Show them that prize trout you caught, dear.
Oh, Paul, that was years ago.
Well, show it to us anyway, Ed. It'll give us an excuse to get out of here while the girls do the dishes.
All right, you guys.
We'll finish the coffee first.
This is really a beauty, Ed.
Yeah, you're quite a fisherman.
Well, actually, that was just luck. I was fishing for one about this size.
But that's the size I usually catch, about this size.
We've got some pretty nice lakes around here, Ed. You ought to go fishing with us some weekend.
Well, thanks a lot, Joe, but I've kind of given up on lake fishing. I like ocean better.
You mean deep sea fishing?
No, spear fishing.
Oh, yeah.
You fellas ever do any skin diving?
Well, no, I haven't.
What do you mean, Oz? How about the time you dove down and cleaned out the drain of the YMCA swimming pool?
That wasn't skin diving.
You skinned your nose.
Do you have all the equipment, Ed?
Sure, come on over. I'll show you something. Open the door.
Well, I bet you can really see underwater with this.
Oh, you sure can. In fact, Paul has gotten some wonderful ideas for mosaic designs from things we've seen underwater.
Oh, what a beautiful design.
Well, thank you. Ed gave me the idea. He got it while he was skin diving.
Oh, those aren't tiles.
No, they're shells. We found them on one of our trips to Mexico.
That's Mexico City.
Beautiful.
Did you have much trouble with the language?
Oh, no, not really.
Si habla español. That's all I ever learned.
Well, I took a course in conversational Spanish before we left.
Did Ed take one, too?
No, he took a woodworking course.
Well, it wasn't too difficult after I learned to use the shaper and the bandsaw.
I can't get over it. You built this gun cabinet all by yourself.
Well, as I say, it wasn't too difficult.
It would have been for me.
It's amazing.
You mean you dyed this carpet yourself?
Yes. I sent for this little booklet. It explains everything. There's really nothing to it.
Isn't that amazing, Harriet? Amazing.
I had him dead center in my scope.
Picture. Did Ed take that?
No, I took it, but Ed enlarged it.
What, does he do his own enlarging?
Oh, yes, he's been doing it for years. It's one of his hobbies.
Joe can't even load the camera. Oh, go to jail. Honestly.
You spend more time in jail than your Uncle Louie.
You get out of jail card for $50. Well, I haven't got $50.
Come on, 6. 6.
Play.
I'll buy it. That gives me a monopoly.
Yeah.
Does Dear, it's getting awfully late. Don't you think we better go home?
Oh, not so soon.
Hey, you just got here.
Well, come on, give me Park Place and a couple of houses.
All right. Ed, do you mind if I come over and have a look at your sword collection again one of these days?
No, not at all. Anytime.
Oh, it's been a wonderful evening.
Yes, it certainly has.
Thank you.
Say, this is awfully short notice, but Ozzie and Harriet are coming over for dinner tomorrow night, and we'd love to have you and Ed join us if you're available.
Oh, that's a good idea, Clara.
We love it.
Sounds great.
Does anybody know what time it is?
Oh, about midnight.
Midnight. It's after 2:30.
Wow, no.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to rush off. Say, I've got an idea. We know a place that serves wonderful food. Why don't we all just jump in the car and go out and have an early breakfast?
Oh, where is it?
Oh, it's just out on Lakeview Road, about 45 miles.
Oh, of course, we don't do it very often, but it's so beautiful to watch the sun come up on the lake.
Oh, well, it sounds like fun, but I'm afraid I'd fall on my head before we got there. Oh, me too.
Well, maybe we can make it some other time. And thanks again. It's been a wonderful evening.
Always good.
Thanks so much. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night, Joe.
Good night.
Good night, Art. Good night, Harriet.
Night.
45 miles. At that time in the morning?
Well, that's the kind of people they are.
Sounds like you had fun.
Well, it certainly wasn't dull. I don't think I stopped talking all night.
What's so unusual about that? Now, this is the most interesting guy I've ever met, Dave. I think he does just about everything. Spear fisherman, he collects swords, he has a workshop in his garage.
And his wife's the same way. They certainly are interesting people.
Well, I don't envy the Randolphs.
What do you mean?
Well, they've invited us all over their house for dinner tonight, and after last night, it's going to seem awful dull by comparison.
Oh, maybe not.
Not to change the subject, Pop, but can I borrow $5?
Oh, yeah, sure. Oh, I'll get that. Here, son. Thanks.
Hey, what's this?
Oh, we were playing Monopoly last night.
I thought he gave in too easily.
Hello?
Hi, Oz. This is Joe.
Oh, hi, Joe. We were just talking about you.
Oh, something good, I hope.
Well, we were telling the boys about your having us to dinner tonight.
Oh, well, that's what I called about, Oz. I got kind of a problem. We can't have the dinner.
Oh, what happened?
Well, we're having our carpets cleaned, and they won't be dry by tonight.
Well, I thought you said you weren't going to have them cleaned for a year.
You know how Clara is. She gets these crazy ideas. You understand, Oz?
You're darn right I do. You're trying to chicken out.
Oh, no, Oz. Gee, we were looking forward to it. When we called the Wilsons and told them, they were terribly disappointed.
Oh?
Yeah, that's why I figured it'd be all right with you, and they said fine.
No, wait a second. What would be all right with me?
To have the dinner at your house tonight instead. Oh, and Oz, try and figure out something interesting to do for a change, will you? Your parties are always so darn dull.
Joe.
Well, we'll see you about 7, Oz.
Joe. Harriet.
Why don't you light somewhere?
Well, I've got a lot on my mind.
Oh, don't worry. You'll get to lick the bowl. The boys are out.
No. What are you making here?
A chocolate cake for dinner.
Oh. Well, gee, couldn't you make something a little more unusual?
Well, I thought you liked chocolate cake.
Well, I do, but I mean, on account of the Wilsons. They're used to such unusual and interesting things. What did they have for dessert last night?
Apple pie. It's hardly what you'd call an exotic dessert, you know.
Well, I realize that. It's just that, well, after you've made a chocolate cake, what have you got? A chocolate cake.
Oh, that's not exactly true. Remember when we first married and I made a chocolate cake?
Well, that could happen to anybody.
Besides, I don't know what you're so worried about anyway. They're just two nice people who are coming over for dinner.
Well, I know, but they do so many interesting things. I just hope we won't be too dull for them.
Oh, don't be silly. They're just coming over to spend a pleasant evening. They don't expect a vaudeville show or a masquerade party.
It just gave me an idea.
Where are you going?
I'm going to browse around the attic for a few minutes.
Is that you?
Oh, no, it's Santa Claus. This is the beard I wore when I played Santa Claus at the men's club last year.
What are you doing?
Oh, I was just looking around to see if I could find something that might possibly be of interest to the Wilsons.
What's that?
Oh, this is my old lacrosse stick.
Oh, it's very nice. Where'd you find it?
Oh, it's back in a corner there with some old junk. Not as junk, but reminders of interesting things we used to do.
I never played lacrosse.
Well, no, but I did. Hey, there's my old football.
No, I think that's Ricky's old basketball. Remember you ran over it with a car?
That's interesting.
Well, it was at the time. Remember the explosion it made?
Yeah. Hey, how about my old banjo?
How about it?
Well, I could play some songs on it.
Yeah, it's possible. You probably have to get some new strings for it.
Well, that's easy. I could buy those at the music store.
Do they still sell banjo strings?
The banjo isn't exactly an obsolete instrument, you know.
Yeah, well, don't take it personally.
Oh, no. It seems to me we used to have some games up here.
Yeah, there ought to be a mahjong set somewhere. Oh, no, the boys lost the tiles.
How could they do that?
Oh, well, it's easy. When you're 7, you're building a battleship. How about your stamp collection?
Oh, no, Harry, a stamp collection is pretty dull unless you happen to be a stamp collector.
Well, let's look at it this way. What's the least uninteresting thing we have?
Well, no, that's kind of a defeatist attitude.
I'm sorry, dear. I've got to get to work.
I'm afraid the stamp collection is just too dull.
Well, why don't you tell them some interesting stories about the stamps?
Hey, yeah, that's an idea. There's an interesting story about the Kansas-Nebraska overprints.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, they were having this series of mail robberies.
Oh, well, don't tell me now. Wait till you show everybody the stamps.
That's just it. Unfortunately, I don't happen to have the stamps.
We stop worrying and just be ourselves. Let the evening take care of itself.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Oh, here they come. Hi, Joe. Clara, come on in.
Hi, Clara. Hi, Joe. Can I help you with anything? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, I'm setting the dining room table. Come on in.
Sit down, Joe.
Thanks, Oz. Got your entertainment all figured out?
Well, I'm not sure you classify it as entertainment. I've got my stamp album here.
You're not going to show him this.
Oh, it's the least uninteresting thing I've got here.
Well, what's wrong with collecting stamps? I've been saving them for years.
You have?
Well, sure, I've got 6 books full. When I get 8, I'll have enough for a smoking jacket.
Pardon me. Just a minute. Hi, Paula. Ed, come on in.
Oh, Harriet, so good to see you.
I think you know the Randolph.
Good evening. Hi, Clara, Joe.
Oh, isn't this a lovely room?
Oh, thank you. Have some wonderful things here. Is that an antique?
No, he's a World War I model.
Come on in, sit down. Make yourselves at home.
Hey, this is a beautiful table. Did you make this, Ozzie?
Are you kidding? Oz couldn't even hang a picture without mashing his thumb.
I made a tabaret once.
When was that?
Well, years ago, when I was in junior high school back in New Jersey. I did. Of course, the manual training teacher helped me a little.
Here's a cuppy one for bowling.
Oh, yeah, take it. It's kind of a nice little trophy.
Now, wait a second, Oz. You didn't win it alone. I won it, too. As a matter of fact, 6 of us won it.
And 2 of us were women.
What difference does it make? Do you like bowling, Ed?
Well, no, I've never been bowling in my life.
Is that so?
Ed used to play squash.
Yeah, did you ever play any squash, Oz?
Oh, no, I've never played. It's one I never have.
Is that a stamp album?
Oh, yeah. Would you like to see it?
May I?
Go ahead, sure.
I've always wanted to start a stamp collection.
Well, of course, it's not exactly an exciting hobby.
Oh, I can't believe that. You don't strike me as the kind of a guy who would be interested in anything dull.
Oh, well, I suppose there is a certain excitement when you discover a rare stamp. Oh, yes. Here's one the boys gave me yesterday.
Say, Harriet, it's kind of warm in here. Do you mind if I open a window? Oh, no, go ahead.
That's the French stamp about the turn of the century.
See, I'd even forgotten my glasses.
Oh, there's a magnifying glass right over here.
The window's stuck.
Oh, I'll help you, Clara. Just a second. No, beauty. You've got to unlock it first. Forgot to unlock it.
happened to the stamp?
Well, maybe the wind blew it off the table.
Anybody see the stamp?
Maybe it blew in the fireplace, Ozzie.
Harriet, do we have a flashlight?
Oh, right here.
Thank you. Oh, I see it. It's right there by the damper. Oh, thank you, Ed. I got it. Good. my hand is caught in the damper.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
I'll help you, Oz. Oh, it's what are you laughing at? That hurts. Harriet.
I'm telephoning.
No, she's telephoning and my hand is stuck in the chimney. Easy.
Yeah.
Just. Oh,
Oh, hello, is this the police station? Well, this is Mrs. Ozzie Nelson.
Well, stop laughing, will you? Why they have a book of instructions come with these chimneys? Pull, steady, and not. Harriet.
Calling car 27. Car 27. Go to 1847 Rogers Road. See a lady about a man whose arm is stuck in a chimney.
I'm sorry, Mr. Nelson. I think we'd better call the sergeant. Mrs. Nelson, where's your phone?
Right in here.
Can I get you anything, Oz? Sandwich or something?
Oh. No,
This is Collins. About that man with his arm in the chimney. He's still there. I think we're going to need some help. Okay, Sarge.
Easy does it, boys. There, does that go together, Mr. Nelson? No, you're just pulling my arm out of the socket.
I don't know what else we can do. Let me take another look at the chimney here.
You see, Mr. Nelson was showing his stamp album to all of us, and my wife came in and wanted the window open.
Would you cook some coffee?
Went up in the
How about some coffee?
He's still stuck there.
Get him out there.
We're going to have to chop the chimney down, Mrs. Nelson.
Oh, well, isn't there any other way?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, dear.
Here, Bob, you take the sledge. I'll use the axe.
Just a minute, boys. Why don't we have some coffee first before it gets cold?
Well, thank you.
Right, Glenn? Would you folks like some coffee over here?
Have a ham there, Harriet?
How'd you get out?
Well, when I heard they were going to chop the house down, I figured I'd better let go of the stamp.
I never realized the stamp collecting could be so exciting.
You're not kidding. This is one of the most interesting evenings I've ever spent.
Harriet, we've got such a nice crowd here. Why don't we put on some records and dance?
Ozzie, come on, dear, wake up. They just drove up.
Well, who?
Well, the Wilsons and the Randolphs. Here, put your coat on.
Oh, I guess I must have dozed off. Wait a second. Want to check everything. Let's see, the stamp album, the window, the stamp blows in, the fireplace. Harriet, don't worry about a thing. I have a feeling this is going to be a very interesting evening.